Before Andrew Lloyd Webber adapted French writer Gaston Leroux's novel The Phantom of the Opera into his rock opera musical extraordinaire that serves as every broken angsty teen's gateway into musical theater, and before Batman and Robin director / greatest director of all time, Joel Schumacher, brought Webber's version to life on the big screen, featuring Gerard Butler's angelic voice, there was first a silent, non-musical adaptation back in 1925, starring Lon Chaney, aka the Man of 1,000 Faces. Chaney's adaptability and commitment as an actor is what makes his films classics to this day. His roles were diverse and often macabre. He is most well known for portraying tortured, grotesque characters, but he offered a humanity to them that drew sympathy from audiences. While most actors at the time stuck with a certain type of role, Chaney took on many, opting to play character roles instead of leading man roles. He used his adept skills as a makeup artist, something he picked up during his many years on the stage, to change his appearance. His expertise gave him an advantage over his fellow actors, and was probably the reason he got hired so much. Prior to the mid-20s, makeup departments weren't in place, and it was expected that actors knew how to apply their own makeup. Chaney's skills made him very desirable. He worked for 5 years at Universal Studios, appearing as an extra in tons of films, so many in fact that it is unknown how many films he actually made, but it's said to be more than 150. For Phantom, Chaney followed the author's description of the character's facial deformity, a living skull. Chaney worked as a prop boy in the local opera house back in Colorado where he's from, so it's fun to see how later in life he played a character who lives in a opera house. The same strategy he used for the Phantom's face, he also applied to a character he played before that role. That character was the hunchback, bell ringer Quasimodo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, adapted from Victor Hugo's novel of the same name. In that role, he wore a 50-pound hump on his back, a fleshy covering over his eye, and prosthetics that exaggerated his cheekbones, nose, and lips. Chaney went through a lot of pain to transform his face into what he thought a role required. He went as far as making a leather harness with stumps that allowed him to walk on his knees by strapping his legs behind him in order to replicate a double amputee in the 1920 film The Penalty. Lon Chaney was truly a chameleon when it came to fully immersing himself in his film roles. In this new age of filmmaking where every film now is a blockbuster with overstuffed CGI-filled visual effects, it's important to look back on the simpler times. Chaney is a true testament to the craft of makeup artistry, and is a reminder that if you really wanted to, you could be whoever you want to be.